Welcome back in one of the Bears Football Plays YouTube channel. Today is Sunday, October 5th, and I'm here to break down some more NFL plays and props for you guys. I'm watching Kansas right now get absolutely dominated by UCF, 14-0 now, start of the second quarter. College was wild today. I had a lot of great college games. Penn State, outright loser, going up against UCLA. Franklin should be fired already. Billy Napier did everything possible to try to lose that game for Florida. They win against Texas. Arch Manning, bad. Very bad. I don't care that he went over the yards. He has been bad. Florida gets an outright win going up against Texas. What other games were fun today? Alabama, Vanderbilt delivered. Alabama covers on a last-second touchdown. Sorry for all the Vandy bettors out there. I had Bama. Cincinnati wins outright going up against Iowa State, lock of the week. But we're here to talk about the NFL. Let's get into the NFL picks. I have 5 total game picks and 2 player props. I'm thinking about maybe adding a third late, but the 2 player props will be in the 2 games I'm breaking down here. We have the Chargers. We're going to take them -3 going up against the Commanders. The Commanders this season, they have been brutally bad in the secondary. They gave up 34 points to Michael Penix and the Atlanta Falcons last week. If you remember, the Atlanta Falcons had no points the week before that. Kirk Cousins came in the fourth quarter. They said Kirk Cousins only came in because they didn't want to get Michael injured and they were just trying to get out of the game. I don't buy that. I think it was because he was horrible. He comes out in the press conference and says, I need to throw the ball to open receivers whenever they're open. Very good plan for Michael Penix. It turns out it works. 34 points in the last game for the Atlanta Falcons. The problem with the Commanders is all season long they've been bad in the secondary. They're banging up in the secondary. They got a couple players back, but they're still just as bad. 34 points in the last game. Chargers coming off their own shocking loss to the New York Giants. That was Cam Scatterboo and Jackson Dart doing all the damage for the Giants. The defense played a lot better. And I told you when we took the Giants money line, I do think the Giants defensively will show a little bit better effort because the offense will start getting things going. They'll get things moving. Jackson Dart didn't play a great game by any means, but he kept drives going, and that's the main thing for the Giants. They kept drives going. Cam Scatterboo put his head down and ran through a wall every play, and Jackson Dart using his legs was very good for the Giants. I think the Giants might be in trouble, though. The New Orleans Saints at home, they haven't won a game yet this season. They are -1.5 at home. That line makes no sense whatsoever. That's why I stay away from the game. The Giants felt like it was going to be easy, +1.5 if you wanted to take it, but it just feels so weird. And finally, the Chargers this season. I feel like I'm just getting off topic a little bit because I'm watching the game. Chargers are 3rd overall in defense this season. They're actually a very elite defense. They played well defensively against the Giants. It's just new quarterback, no film. You didn't know what you're going to get, and Jackson Dart did a really good job running with his legs. Obviously, that's how you run with your legs. He was very good at getting out of the pocket and going downfield. But the Chargers, they've got a very good defense. They've got a top 5 offense this season in passing. The Commanders this year have been able to stop the pass. The defensive role is going to be the difference. Commanders secondary are going to get eaten alive by Justin Herbert. That will be one of my player props for today. Other play, let's talk about the Dallas Cowboys. And oh my goodness, unhitched the trailer, big fella. 88 for Kansas. Just a 50-yard rumbling and stumbling down the field. Maybe get in the weight room there, big fella. Get some of that weight off. That should have been a touchdown. I mean, that was just slow motion running. Love to see it, though. Yeah, that's just slow. I can run faster than that. Next game, Dallas against the Jets, over 47.5. I love the over here, and I also love the Jets. I'm a diehard Dallas Cowboys fan, have been my entire life. My life sucks. Also, I'm on the ground. I don't know if you can say that. That's a couch behind me. I'm on the ground because I forgot my stand. So I'm on the ground today. We're in the trenches today. Over 47.5 total points. The Jets also a lean, +2.5, but I obviously won't bet against the Dallas Cowboys. The Cowboys, they're dead last this season in defense. They make you want to throw up whenever you watch them play defense. In fact, I almost quit on them. I almost quit on them against the Packers because every time Dallas scored, I was like, it doesn't matter. Like, we're going to lose anyway because the defense is going to give up a touchdown. It literally does not matter how many points the Dallas Cowboys put up because the defense is going to give up points. 33.5 points per game this year, 420.5 yards per game this season. Russell Wilson cooked them. How does Russell Wilson cook you? He got benched the next game. They give up so many deep plays. They give up so many yards on the ground, 5.4 yards per game. That number goes way up if you have a mobile quarterback, and Justin Fields is one of the probably the most mobile running quarterback in the NFL. The Jets, they rank 20th in defense. They're not all that good. They had hype coming in, but the defense has had a lot of struggles this season. They're giving up a lot of points. Dak and Justin Fields will be the difference in this game. Dak is, I keep telling all my friends, like, I have been the biggest Dak hater. Whenever he plays poorly, I say he plays poorly. He will probably never win a Super Bowl for the Dallas Cowboys. He's playing at an MVP level. The only reason that he's not talked about really is the MVP is because they're 1-2-1. The defense is giving up 40 points per game. But Dak Prescott has been playing his best ball of his entire career, and I can say that with confidence. Justin Fields, all you have to do is keep moving the chains, and I think he will move the chains with his legs. I'm going to go for 100-plus rushing yards on the ground for Justin Fields. Dallas Cowboys can't stop anything, especially mobile quarterbacks. For the other plays, we'll just talk about this first. Justin Herbert, over the 1.5 passing touchdowns going up against Commanders. I don't think they're going to be able to stop Justin Herbert at all. Kansas gets a 4th and 1. I don't know how they just scored on a tush push almost. I don't know how the Commanders are going to stop Justin Herbert, especially coming off a loss. Those Harbaugh teams, off of a loss, small number, now -2.5. I actually did check. It's -2.5 right now. You got to bet the Harbaugh off of a loss against the Giants, a game that they probably should not have lost. Justin Herbert over the 1.5 passing touchdowns. Justin Fields' line for rushing is 51.5. I'll take the 51.5. I'm also going to take a flyer on the 100-plus rushing yards because that is how bad the Dallas defense is this season. So we're going to go over 47.5 points in that Dallas and Jets game. Chargers -2.5. Justin Herbert over 1.5 passing touchdowns. And Justin Fields over 51.5 rushing yards. Maybe a flyer if you would like over the 100-plus rushing yards. Vikings and Browns, Miami and Carolina, Patriots going up against the Buffalo Bills. That will be the Sunday night game. All the plays for the other matchups. I like the Browns. I like them +3.5. I'm a big believer in Dylan Gabriel. Will his game transfer over to the NFL? Probably not. But he's a very mobile quarterback. I feel like he can get the ball out quick. The Vikings are going to blitz. Brian Flores is the highest rate of blitz for a defense, Brian Flores this season. So, and honestly, his entire career, he's just sending the dogs every time. So I do think Dylan Gabriel has to make quick decisions, use his legs. Too many points. The Vikings, they're not that good right now. They've got a lot of injuries themselves. Carson Wentz is their quarterback. I just think the Browns can hang. And if you don't want to take the spread, take the under. They're calling it the lay under or whatever, London under. It's 36 points. I don't want to take an under. Plus, I think the Browns could be frisky, especially if Dylan Gabriel plays anything like he was at Oregon. So give me the Browns +3.5 there. Miami money line. I know they lost Tyreek Hill, but I feel like something has changed with the Miami Dolphins. I'm not going to give up on McDaniel. I still think he's a pretty good coach. I feel like they've been putting up their best effort over the last 2 weeks. They probably should have beat the Buffalo Bills on, Thursday Night Football on Amazon Prime 2 weeks ago, and then they did win their last game, even though Tyreek Hill breaks his leg. So I'm going to take Miami. Carolina has been hit or miss basically for the last 3 years. Sometimes they can put up 30 points. Sometimes they put up no points, like we saw last week. And then finally, the Sunday night game, Patriots against Buffalo. It's 8.5. I think the play would be to lean with the Patriots, but Buffalo has been so good this season. I'm not going to bet against Josh Allen. I will, though, however, take the over 49.5 because the Patriots defense, not good. Buffalo defense, they've been a little bit better over the last couple games, but they have not been good whatsoever either this season. So give me the over 49.5. I think Drake May's doing some good things with the Patriots. I think the Patriots are taking a step forward every time Drake May plays. So give me the over 49.5 there. All the plays, 47.5. Chargers -2.5. Browns +3.5. Miami money line over 49.5 between the Patriots and the Buffalo Bills. Justin Herbert over 1.5 passing touchdowns. Justin Fields over 51.5 rushing yards, and I will add the 100-plus rushing yards for Justin Fields as a flyer. Guys, that's going to do it for the NFL picks and props for Sunday, October 5th slate of games. If you guys enjoyed the content, please drop like this video, and thanks for watching.